stand for pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call members, please.
Gary Robb.
Here.
Anthony Grass.
Here.
Carl Kinski.
Here.
Justin Donovan.
Here.
Gina Bryant. Kathy Waltz. Christy Cleghorn.
Here.
Joe Prince. We have a quorum.
Okay. Approval of the agenda. On the agenda, we have Marshall and Jeanette
Rodigan.
Brodigan are requesting a special use permit to allow guest lodging in an R1 single-family residential district at 409 Lecomte Street. And Jason and Lindsay Walker are requesting a special use permit to allow guest lodging in an R2 general residential district at 170 Seraphim Street.
Motion approved.
Motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of the minutes from October 7th, 2021.
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Introduction of evidence.
I have the comprehensive plan, our city ordinances, and then you have the staff reports and coordinating documents that I sent to you, I believe, last Wednesday, and they're also hard copies on the table.
Motion to accept the minutes.
Have a motion,
Second.
a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any old business?
No, sir.
So, new business, we'll go into Marshall and Jeanette Rodigan.
Rodigan, I believe.
Rodigan are requesting a special use permit to allow guest lodging in an R1 single-family residential district at 409 Lecomte Street.
I want to, before Mr. Rodigan comes to speak to you, I forwarded you an email from a neighbor. I just want to make sure everyone received it. If
Wrong
not,
one.
you have a hard copy at your table.
That's the wrong one, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought that was a Seraphim.
This is wrong.
Oh, yep, you're correct. Sorry. So that's for the next one.
Marshall is here.
Mr. Brodigan is, I believe, with us via Zoom.
Okay.
Yes, sir, I am. Thank you, David.
Go ahead and tell us about your application.
Okay, so my wife and I are planning to retire in St. Gen in less than 2 years. We've been looking to, it's taken us a good year and a half to finally find a home, which we fortunately did. We love the neighborhood, love the area, love St. Gen. So for us to be able to actually be a little bit ahead of the game was great for us. But we wanted to be able to share that home as well as help it cover its own costs until we actually reside in it is why we're doing this. As you can see by the information I believe that David forwarded you, we wanted to involve the community in any way we can. We have pretty much all of the attractions, our guest book, a lot of information in the entire area, so that way our guests can basically frequent the places. We provide menus for all the local restaurants. Our big goal is to have it be a draw to the St. Gen community and the actual economy of St. Gen versus, we're not trying to come in and make money. We're trying to just kind of negate a little bit of cost, so when we retire, we come out a little bit better and we're able to give back to the community that we're looking forward to be a part of.
Any questions or comments from the board?
Do we have any stipulations on owners, since they do live out of state, on they have to be available, or somebody has to be on site, or any type of stipulations like that? I was looking over other stipulations that other cities require for Airbnbs, and one of them was that someone must be on site to help them and be available to them the entire time they're there, which I think is important. Another one that I think is super important, and I was thinking about this because it's a bigger home, that say someone is single and they're gonna pay a little less to rent, that all the rooms still be available, so they can't lock any rooms. Because if a room was locked and there was a fire and they couldn't get out because they couldn't have access to all the emergency exits, so requiring them to have access to all the rooms at the time of their stay and have access to every exit. So the front and back door, again, to say somebody were to. And I'm not saying him specifically, but all Airbnbs, to where if they were to close them off or rent a room, they would have to have access to all the exits.
Sort of pass code. You can't, it has to be, a person has to be able to egress a building without it being locked. So to say you have a deadbolt with a lock on the inside and outside, that technically wouldn't pass code.
Okay.
And as far as doors locking.
Those are exterior.
Those are exterior doors, right?
But
I can address some of those questions if you'd like. First off, I do have somebody local. Erica Castellaw, who lives right next door, is basically able to take care of any immediate needs. She's also the one that provides for any cleaning, any small maintenance of anything that's available if anything comes up. Who's the immediate next door neighbor right behind the home. So far as the home itself, everything is open. There are two doors to access from the outside of the property. Both have the same keypad access for all guests. All rooms, none of them have locks on them, key locks or anything like that. When someone rents a home, it would be the entire home. The only exception to that is we have one small upstairs closet where a lot of the things that we restock, such as we would do coffee, creamers, that kind of stuff. Basically, and then we have some of our own items, so far as clothing, utilities, but that's in just a closet that is off of the hallway, not even in a guest room.
Yeah.
That's the only exception. Guests would have access to everything else, every other egress, ingress to the house.
Yeah, I was just saying that if we maybe would write those into the rules, then that would be something that, if something were to come up, then we would have some kind of backing of the safety issues, just in case.
Any other questions? I have a motion. I have a second. Roll call, please.
motion is second to approve. Gary Roth.
Yes.
Anthony Grass.
Yes.
Carl Kinsey.
Yes.
Justin Donovan.
Yes.
Gina Bryant.
Yes.
Christie Claybrook.
Yes.
Sorry. I'll catch up. It's a time change. Motion carries 602. Mr. Rodigan, I will email you the special use permit is now sent to the Board of Aldermen for approval, and that meeting will be next week.
Fantastic. I'll look forward to being here.
All right, thank you for attending.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Jason and Lindsay Walker are requesting a special use permit to allow guest lodging in an R2 general residential district at 170 Seraphim Street.
So this is the one, I apologize, where I received an email from a neighbor that I forwarded to you, I believe, yesterday.
I'm James Walker. My wife and I are the ones that just bought Seraphim Street not too long back. What it is, my wife Lindsay's originally from the area. My in-laws live over on Gettinger. So we've been coming up and visiting quite frequently, but it's my wife and I, and we have a 2- and 4-year-old. So every time we come up and visit, it's the 4 of us in her childhood bedroom, which gets a little tight with the 4 of us, let alone a 2 and a 4. So we purchased a house mostly for ourselves, so whenever we come up to visit, we have a little more room. It can be a little more loud and messy without the in-laws getting too upset. So whenever we're not here, I'd hate for it to sit empty, so we're requesting permit to be able to rent it out whenever we're not visiting.
Is he aware of the?
Yes,
Yes,
unfortunately,
I got the email right here.
Okay.
It seems like he's just worried about the parking. I mean, we can easily put some signs, make the driveway a lot more easy to access, because I think there's a little bit of a drop off right now. So we'll make that a little smoother and have nice parking signs saying, hey, if you're here for Seraphin, so that shouldn't be an issue. And I think he's worried about like the road type thing, so making sure no one parks on the road. We can make sure we put plenty of signs up to make sure people don't do that.
Gotcha. You know, and as far as his first concern, I mean, is that, you know, I'm not sure that that's something we need to add into our requirements. Maybe it's just something we ask you to
I
add
wouldn't mind
into your
looking at it,
rules.
it's
Yeah,
kind of
absolutely.
defined, you know, it's not like it's a flat lot across, you can tell where they meet at the property.
Yeah, there's a
I mean,
telephone
it's-
pole, I believe, like right at that corner, so I'm not
Yeah.
sure why anybody would actually go on the other side, but, you know, we
I
can
mean,
make it a lot more
I
obvious.
understand his concern, because I think some past tenants from there, you know, would park over there and, you know, stuff like that, so I mean, I called and talked to him yesterday, he's definitely all for it. This was just a couple concerns that he had,
Yeah, absolutely.
so.
I think my suggestion would just be to add that to your rules that you give to your guests, just to let them know that that is private property, not, you know, part of.
Yeah, the other private,
Right.
someone else's.
Any other questions?
As far as her concern about someone being on property, like I said, my in-laws are over on Gettinger, which is like 2-minute drive, so if they're having an issue, they can come over and take care of them.
Do they have your number or her number? The guests, will they?
The guests will have both, they'll have my number mostly, and then I can, if there's an issue, I'll let the in-laws know. Down in Millie.
I have a motion,
A second.
I have a second.
Yeah, I need it.
Roll call, please.
Gary Ross?
Yes.
Anthony Grass?
Yes.
Carl Kinski?
Yes.
Justin Donovan?
Yes.
Gina Bryant?
Yes.
Christian Playman?
Yes.
Carries 6-0. Again, I will send you an email, hopefully you received it.
Yeah, I'll go through and make sure, because I don't think I've seen any come in from you, so I'll go through the junk mail, make sure it's going to the right mailbox.
Basically, this will be forwarded to the Board of Aldermen.
I bet every other one of them.
Thank you.
Any other business?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.